Hello? They don't hear me now. I don't know what's going on with this. They don't hear me now. I don't know what's going on with this. They don't hear me now. I don't know what's going on with this. Voice check, voice check, voice check, voice check. They don't hear me now. I don't know what's going on with this. Voice check, voice check, voice check. Yes, that's fine now. Oh, God. My heart nearly came out my mouth. I was like, what's going on? Couldn't hear nothing. Slight buzz though in the background. I don't know what that is. But anyway, good afternoon. Welcome back to the SimFX Infinity series. Infinity, obviously the GT Manufacturer series, season 4, race 5. Race 5 already. I mean, like, where's the time gone? Yeah, it's just like, yeah. There's an echo, mate. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea with the sound. But yeah, race 5, obviously League 3. I'll sort out my mic after. I don't know what's going on. Bit of interference somewhere. But I'm away from obviously the PS4 and likewise. TV's quite far away. But anyway, race 5, League 3, Tokyo Expressway, East Inner Loop. Yes, very challenging, the Horse Dragon League. But anyway, sponsored by Infinity Decals, Dave Robertson, and Hexagon Engine Bay Details as well. So yeah, they're the sponsors of the league, but soon to be a duck as well. You know, there's so much duck business going on, and Horse Dragon. Might as well call it the Duck Horse Dragon League. Oh well. But anyway, back we go. So obviously, qualification, done qualification, start the race now. But we go through the actual the grid. In first position, we have Vin Visco in first position in the Porsche Cayman GR4 or GT4 or whatever you want to call it. Macreeda, Mr. Crayon into number 1 in second position in the Aston Martin. Jardy Boy, very well, good job in third in that McLaren. Let's see how you get on in third. Chichillo, your teammate, in fourth. Both in the McLaren, so yeah, it must be, this car must suit the track. Rob Smith, like I said, improved so much for this series. He's in 5th. P1 Green P, RCZ is up there. Yes, look at that, 6th. You know, can he go for the win? The car's got the power for it. Yeah. Whoever disrespects the RCZ, don't watch the stream. No, joking. Yeah, some people like it, some don't. I love it. You know, Nathan, the Mercedes GR4. See his teammate up ahead in 5th. Blackie in the Lexus. See how he gets on as well. MLA, what's going on with you? Hang on a minute. You're in 9th. Let me just check something. Have you changed anything on your car? Because I can't really see. Ah, you got a dragon on the front now. So where's the horses, mate? Horse, dragon, Ferrari. That's what I like to see. But anyway, he's in 9th. Gwindon in the is TT in 10th. P1 Dodgy in 11th, his teammate. Bazinga back here in 12th in the Aston Martin with his teammate in 2nd. Broken Legacy in the Porsche Cayman in 13th. We are missing a few drivers. I don't know where they are. But anyway, off we go. 50-minute endurance. Don't obviously go crashing into the first turn. I mean, we've got 15 minutes of racing ahead of us. But yeah, off we go to the start because we've got Visco, Macreeda, Jardy Boy, the top 3. Top 3. Oh yeah, my man. Dragon Trail. Okay. There's a dragon on the front though, MLA. So wait for them lights, slight pause, full start check, and then obviously away they go. This long straight. It's so long. You know, it's just like you can fall asleep, you know, make a sandwich on the way down, but off they go. Visco, we've got Macreeda in the Aston Martin. We've got Jardy Boy in the McLaren. We've got Rob Smith now up to 4th. He jumped to Chillo there. Very nice indeed. But let's just quickly have a look, see if anyone's got away fine yet. Let's go back to the front, because this is where it's at. The first double right-handers. Obviously a fictional track, just over 4 miles along this. Obviously made up by GT Sport. But we've got Macreeda looking down the right of Visco into these right-handers. Does he make it sick? No, runs it a bit too wide. Bit of contact there for Rob Smith, but it's all gone a bit to pots back there. Let's go back and have a look at that again. So we've got Chichillo. Let's have a look at McCreader's point of view, because on board with McCreader, slight contact from Rob, runs him a bit wide, but McCreader back on, hits into Jardy Boy, and then Nath, you know, straightens up Jardy Boy, and there's a car jump in the background again. What was all that about? Let's go back. That was Bazinga, wasn't it? Did you see that car jump up in the air? It was Bazinga. So obviously Constantino effect at the front, you know. But watch this for the minute. Again. He jumped in. I spotted that. So I got a Visco number 2 on track this evening. Anyway, back up we go. Oh, God. Is there barrels? He hit them barrels and he's in the air. You know, Visco in the lead now, Vin. Chichillo in second. McCreader obviously with that nudge to the rear, and then he obviously into Nath, you know, or Jardy Boy, whoever it was. And yeah, he's dropped down now to 3rd position. But Bazinga jumping up in the air. We've got that again. It can only happen in League 3. You know, Black is 7th. So quickly go down because who's P1 dodging the TT. Like I said, they'll all be doing. Ideal to do the long stint for the you know, before the first pit stop, run their mediums. But for me, I think I've done it a bit wrong. But Visco has got a bit of a lead now. Chichillo in second, doing a good job, but he's got the attention of McCreader behind him. Let's have a look. Going up to these left-handers. So you've got obviously Chichillo there having a stonking race at the minute, and Nace behind. Jardy Boy, obviously Rob Smith's just falling back to 8th now, obviously because of the first corner. But the slipstream along the start finish straight, I mean, you could save a lot of fuel, you know, just sit behind them and yeah, just sit back and relax type thing. But you cannot do bump drafting. That was a no-no for this track, so I'm pretty sure everyone was aware. But along the long start finish straight now just goes on for miles. The RCZ at P1 Green P in 9th. P1 Dodgy Bazinga after him flying in the air. You know, maybe he was catching a plane back to England, who knows. But Gwendon in 12th for the minute. Broken Legacy 13th. Let's go back up to the front, because the rules are for this, obviously, like I keep saying every week. You probably figured Darren, you mention this all the time, but you know, different viewers each time. So racing mediums must be run for a minimum of 3 laps. If you don't run the medium tyres for a minimum of 3 laps, you will incur penalty. Chichillo there diving down the right of McCreader, takes that 3rd position. He's looking at Nath now for 2nd. Visco's slightly up ahead, but not too far. But Nath, yeah, up to 2nd. Got Chichillo, McCreader down to 4th now. Jardy Boy 5th. We've got MLA in 6th. We've got Rob Smith in 7th. Obviously falling back from the first double right-handers at the start of the race. Horse Dragon Ferrari's there. He's in 6th. So he's making his way up slowly. Blackie in Alexis in 8th. P1 Green P in 9th. Bazinga after flying in the air. Trying to get the advantage already in 10th. Broken Legacy in 11th. Doing a good job. Gaining 2 positions. So we go quickly because it's a long old race, you know. The track at the end started flowing, but was difficult in places. I wasn't a great fan at the start, but as the race went on, it was pretty good. But Visco, like I do normally, I'll do an onboard lap. I know this lap's quite long, you know. We're looking at 2 minutes, 2 minutes 20, something like that. Fastest lap by Visco, 2:18.304 at the minute. Nath Chichillo, 2nd and 3rd, battling it out. McLaren versus Mercedes, with McCreader and the Aston Martin just sitting behind him 4th. Jardy Boy is making his presence behind Martin now, with MLA and the Horse Dragon Ferrari in 6th. Rob Smith, obviously he started in 5th, 4th. Obviously he's fallen way back now, but it's a long old race, so he will hopefully gain that places back. P1 Green P side by side with Blackie heading down the straight. The RCZ will have the better top end compared to the Lexus. Look at these side by side, because as the RCZ reaches top end, it does pull away. But to be honest with you, since that update, no, I'm wrong, because the Lexus is pulling away from the RCZ. No. What has this GT Sport update done to that RCZ? Not happy. Anyway, P1 Green P, like I said, in 9th. Bazinga in 10th. Gwendon, 3 wide, heading down toward the start finish straight towards the first right right-handers there. So yeah, here we are. P1 Dodgy's there. He's like, yeah, it's coming through. Breaker Legacy's like, no, took the advantage, and then Gwindon's like, no, I'll just dive down the right. Is he making that move stick? Nope, he's got the Porsche Cayman still there. P1 Dodgy just backs out of it, thinks better of it. Wise move. Bazinga in 10th. So let's go back up quickly because things, Visco now is pulling out that margin. Chillo, Nath. So we've got these gang of cars here. We've got like 4, 5, we've got 5 cars battling out for 2nd position. Chillo, Nath, MLA, Macreeda, Jardy Boy. Unfortunately, Rob Smith's a bit too far back. So we go on board with Chillo. Just look back. You can see obviously the Porsche came in up ahead in 1st position. We've got Nath in 3rd. We've got MLA now in 4th. We've got Macreeda in 5th. So we still look back at Chillo because coming out towards these left-handers heading down that long straight, you know, over the start-finish line, and it just goes on for miles. But yeah, Nath there still in 3rd, but he has got the presence of MLA behind him. So the Porsche Cayman just up ahead of P1 as Visco. Macreeda's still there in 5th as well, sitting in the background. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. That's it, Martin. Really had good top end along this track, you know, especially along this start-finish straight. You wouldn't think it, because I thought it lacked power, but I was wrong, you know. But along the start-finish straight, got MLA and Nath side by side heading down. We'll go out and have a look at Nath. We've got Macreeda sitting behind MLA in that slipstream, but just be careful not to do that bump draft. You can do the bump draft in, and obviously that will go against you, because obviously that was mentioned on the day in the morning, so people were aware. So we've got Chillo in 2nd. We've got Nath looking around the left-hand side of Chillo. MLA likewise, yeah, I'm just sitting behind Nath. You know, you just pull me along. I'll save tons and tons of fuel. Macreeda, unfortunately, is falling back slightly. Let's go back down because I know these 3 are still going to battle it out as they head into his right-hander. Let's go back and look at that. So this is what I mean. In the slipstream, double slipstream, it needs to break a bit earlier. You know, if you don't break a bit earlier, this is going to happen. You know, so you just broke a bit late. It wasn't meaningful, nothing like that. But Nath now, unfortunately, is now going to fall right back down. But Chichello done the right thing. He waited. You know, so he knew what happened. He just waited. You know, that's the right thing to do. Lee. You didn't like the track then, no? So this goes still in 1st. MLA in 2nd now, so he's making his way out. I think that was because of what happened. Yeah, because of what happened in that double right-handers. He's took advantage of that. Macreeda in 3rd now. He's took advantage. You know, he was in 5th. Jardy Boy in 4th in the McLaren. Rob Smith is now up to 5th position. Nath, unfortunately, after that is now down to 6th. Chillo, obviously, waited. It's the right sportsmanship, you know. It's the right thing to do. Yeah, P1 Green P up to 8th now. Bazinga in 9th in that flying Aston Martin. Gwindon in 10th in the TT. Broken Legacy in 11th, sorry. P1 Dodgy in 12th. Blackie in the pits at the minute. So up we go, because we've got in a moment or two we do an onboard lap with obviously Vin in P1 Visco in Porsche Cayman. But he has MLA is slowly catching up towards Visco there in 1st position. Macreeda likewise. Further back we've got Jardy Boy making a break over Nath now. Sorry, Rob Smith. Nath's behind his teammate Rob Smith in 5th. Chichello in 7th. So in a moment or two we're going to go on board with P1 and see how he perfects this lap. I know he's got the attention of MLA behind, but we're heading down the start-finish straight, the long straight. You know, it's never ending. You can fall asleep, go to the toilet, make a coffee, make a sandwich, or do whatever. But it was enjoyable towards the end. It was a bit difficult, bit tricky. Some liked it, some didn't. So yeah, starting this lap now, heading up the hill, slight incline. But yeah, fictional track by GT Sport. I think it's 4.3 or 4.4 miles long. There isn't no actual corner names for this track, so we call this 1, 2 and 3 etc, you know. So the first, or MLA there, nearly into the back of 1st place there, but he's out of the double right-handers, you know, straight onto the power, heading onto the bridge now, and the right-hander, you know, arrows left, go left, you can't go straight on. So it's coming up now. MLA still gaining onto the back of 1st place there, so yeah, in tight, flat out this section. Just dip it down a gear, but he keeps it in that 5th gear by the sounds of it. That's why I was going wrong then, because I kept flicking it down to 4th. So yeah, that was a bad move. Anyway, flat out around this section here. Very nice indeed so far. He's pulled away from MLA a bit there. He's just on it, you know, with MLA as well. You can see the movement of the car. Sit in that slipstream, sit behind him as you get on that start-finish straight. That long straight, like I keep saying, you know, and you'll gain massively. MLA there clips the wall, so that's going to compromise his lap. So now that will give, obviously, Biscoe the opportunity to pull away slightly, which he is doing. At the moment, he's doing a good lap, to be honest with you. So keep it out wide for this section, and then cut it in really tight, you know, and then out, and then back in. And then obviously heading down towards this long straight. As you can see in the background, we've got Macready gaining slowly behind MLA, because MLA clipped that wall. This track, if you clip the wall, it will slow you down. Even if it's a slight tap, it will slow you down. It was quite surprising. So yeah, you know, a lot of people got affected by it, but this guy in first place, he hasn't hit it once on this lap. We've been on board with him, but we will scroll down the grid in a minute. So that was a lap from obviously first place. The fastest lap at the minute is MLA 2:05.311, very fast indeed. So out we go. So we've got Macready, the guy leading in the championship at the minute, but obviously we've got first place gaining up behind him in the championship table. Unfortunately, I haven't got the points in a minute. They're not quite ready, but they will obviously be posted when they are. So Jardy Boy in fourth in the McLaren. Bonjour, Jimmy Bell. Yes. Horse Dragon Ferrari's here, Chris. Yeah, where is he? He's in second. Yes, Horse Dragon Ferrari from last week. But yeah, challenging track. Just avoid the walls if you can. See, here we are. See that jump again. We'll go back to Rob. We go on board with Rob. This is what I mean. The barrels, the water barrels. You hit him. It's like in the air. It's like jump. This is what Bazinga done before, you know. So we've got Jardy Boy and Rob Smith battling it out for fourth and fifth. Obviously with Rob Smith jumping in the air, you know, that's affecting him a little bit. But Nathan sixth in the background. Hola. So Chachillo. I still want your commentary in Spanish. You did say the other week. I can do it in Spanish if you want. So yeah, we'll hold you up to that, mate. P1 Green P in the RCZ in 8th. Bazinga 9th. Gwindon in 10th. Attacking Bazinga now. He wants that 9th position in that Audi TT. Bazinga there just taps the wall slightly, so that affects him. P1 Dodgy, broken legacy. Unfortunately, it looks like Blackie's now obviously retired the car in the pit lane. So out we go, still leading this race. MLA, he's not giving up, he's still there in the Horse Dragon Ferrari. Macready backed off slightly, but maybe he's playing the long game here, I'm not sure. Oh what? Oh what, Chris? Yeah, I'll say yeah to that. So Charlie Boy, obviously in fourth still, doing a blinded job, to be honest with him. We've got these two behind, Rob Smith and Chachillo batting it out. Yeah, Rob Smith's like there. There was a little bit of nudging there. We'll go back to that. Yeah, Chachillo just outbraked himself a little bit. Let's cut back in, and we've got the Mert there. Actually, there was no contact, just my eyesight. Apologies for that. Because out we go, because we've got P1 Green P in the RCZ. He is slowly catching 7th and 6th. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this as well. Gwindon doing a good job in the Audi TT. Bazinga in 10th. P1 Dodgy in 11th. But don't forget, obviously, look out for League 2 as well. Chris will be posting that video when it's ready. CJW Racing, check them out on YouTube. Give them a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell for a cup of tea, and I'm sure it'll come. So Rob Smith in 6th. These two still batting it out. Let's go back to Chachillo. Will Chachillo do the let break in where he dive down the inside? He's looking for it. Does he make it stick? He does make it stick. Nice move indeed. But then Rob Smith's looking for that cutback. Can he do it? No. So Chachillo in that McLaren. The McLaren seems to be suiting this track, to be honest with you. I know obviously the Mercedes are getting on quite well. Likewise the Porsche Cayman. You know, but the Aston Martin for me had a bit of advantage top end on the straights, but in corners it seemed to be like the Porsche and the Mercedes and McLaren. You know, so sort of that area. But MLA now is slowly catching Biscoe again in the first position. MLA in second. Macready there still. So yeah, I think he's up to something here. Mr. Crayon eats number 2. Johnny Boy 4th, Nathan 5th, spreading out a bit towards the bottom. I know we got these two battling it out as Chicillo clips the wall there. Rob Smith, P1 Green P, he's there or thereabouts, but further back, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, they seem to break a legacy. He's fallen back a bit, he's still learning. MLA, Visco, but let me check my messages. Not being rude to anyone. Hatala, come on down, Mr. NSX winner. We'll be out later today. Oh, thank you, Chris. Much appreciated. Hatalad, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. But yeah, obviously we've got MLA now looking to the right of Visco. He's like, yeah, coming through. My horse dragon Ferrari. MLA's like, yes, yeah, I am. Don't worry about that. And then Visco's like, no, just sitting in slipstream going out to these double right-handers. Obviously, like, no corner names, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 12 altogether, something like that. So then we've got Visco looking down the right of MLA. Will he make it stick? MLA just protects the entry of the double right-handers. Don't hit them barrels, otherwise he'll fly in the air. Macreeda is there. He's still lurking in third position. So MLA now is took first position. Obviously, Mr. Porsche Cayman will sit in this slipstream, just save a bit of fuel and whatnot. Macreeda to Jardy Boy, bit spaced out now, but like I said, pit stops will come into effect. Like I keep saying, towards the end of the race, things start kicking off, and then after the sort of second pit stop, you can see where the race is going. You can see how it's going to plan out and whatnot. But yeah, as Hatalad said, I did actually do a league race last night. I did actually win one race, so yeah, I was shattered, but quite proud of myself, Anyway, Mr. Porsche Cayman, sit behind Horse Dragon Ferrari. What's that first position back? It's a not so easy, my son. And then Macreeda's still in third. He is dropping back. You can tell by certain sections of the track where he's falling back. Obviously, Visco's got the advantage because he's got slipstream to MLA. That's going to help him out massively. But yeah, looking back, no. But here we are, Mr. Porsche Cayman. I think he might get him on the straight, but then again, a lot of cars were sitting behind and not taking the advantage that much. So Jardy Boy in fourth in the McLaren. Like I said, this car's suiting this track. Nathan fifth in the Mercedes, doing a good job. Rob Smith, likewise. Chicillo, Mr. Spaniard, waiting for your commentary in Spanish, like I said on previous laps. P1 Greenpeace looking down the left of him, down the start finish straight. Just goes on and on. Gwindon in ninth. I know they're side by side. Chicillo, where you going? You looking towards the pit lane, or are you just going to sit in that slipstream and like, yes, sir. Yes, RCZ, I'm coming. A few are pitting now. They'll go to the mediums. Yeah, I think he's going into the pits. Yeah, I thought so. My brain's working today. Woohoo! So Visco now has stayed out. MLA obviously pitted and he's back out now. So we'll keep an eye on this. Will MLA get the jump onto him when he pits? Macreeda's pitted as well. Gwindons, we've got a lot of them in the pits. I've switched to the mediums now. Like I said, you've got to use the mediums for a minimum of 3 laps, If you don't, you get a penalty awarded against you. So yeah, sponsored by Infinity Decals. Mr. Dave Robertson does a brilliant job. He sponsored it from the start, obviously season 1. We've got Hexagon Engine Bay Details as well. Who is the second sponsor. So it's a privilege to have them on board for this series. You've got me, we've got a side-by-side action now. Let's go back down to that, because who was that was? Where's he gone? I can't pick him up. Where's P1 Green P gone? There he is. So he's battling side-by-side there along that start-finish straight with Nath in the Mercedes. So will he get the jump onto Nath? Yes, he does. Nicely done. But like I said, I do League 3 and League 1. League 1 will be out hopefully later on this evening, or if not tomorrow morning. So look out for that on my YouTube channel. But obviously he stayed out. Visco in first position. And yeah, he's MLA's there. So the gap is enough for him to pit and maybe come out just behind. But we'll keep an eye on that. Macreeda in third. Like I said, pitted. We've got these 3 behind. The Jardy Boy, will he gain up behind P1 Dodgy? Well, quite difficult to tell at the minute. P1 Green P in 7th, obviously with that pass onto Nath. Chillo, obviously Mr. Spaniard in 9th. Guindon, Mr. Italia in 10th. Bazinga in the jump in Aston Martin. So yeah, first place in the pits now. So compared to MLA's just coming down now. Makrida's just coming on to this long straight. So he's still in the pits. MLA's just entering the tunnel now. So I think he may... This is going to be close. But I think he may just come out just behind MLA. Yeah, he's just being released now from the pits. MLA should fly past right now, which he has. So he's took first position now, MLA. So Visco obviously in 2nd. Will now look to obviously catch MLA, but I think he's on the slower tyre now. Makrida in 3rd on the slower tyre as well. Jardy Boy in their McLaren. Rob Smith, P1 Dodgies in the pits now in the TT. P1 Green P up to 6th now. So yeah, let's quickly go down because Bazinga seems to be struggling this evening. He's been up there the past few races. He's actually won around Brands Hatch. We have GR4, GR3. This is obviously the GR4 category. There is a break next week, next Tuesday. There's a team versus team going on for the man himself, Mr. Stewie Mac, Stewie Makumbi. So yeah, bit of a night for him. So remembrance night, you know. Remember the racing with him and that. Everyone gets together. And they, yeah, just have a bit of fun for the evening. Obviously, I haven't mentioned about the other day as well. So Captain Tom Moore, obviously 100 years of age, passed away, done a lot, raised a lot of money for the NHS. Walking around his garden, you know. He did have the aim to reach £1,000, but come the end, what was it? There's mixed messages, 32 million or 39. I'm going to say 39. But for what that man did for helping out the NHS, much respect to him, you know. Won't be forgotten for what he'd done. Obviously honoured by the Queen as well. But yeah, condolences to his family, obviously, and his friends and whatnot. But we're all thinking of him at the moment. But yeah, COVID seems to be affecting a lot of people. But anyway, back to the race we go. MLA in 1st. Visco in 2nd. Makrida, where are you? Can you see him? No, you can't. You've got no one behind you either. So at the moment in time, you're comfortable. But your main focus now, I know how you are. I know how you race. I race with you in obviously the MRC Gran Turismo Touring Car Cup, and I know you'll be taking it steady. But for me, you're just falling in the back too much. I can see your headlights there. MLA and Visco. You know, anything can change in races. Everyone knows that, you know. But I'm just trying to look too early. 22 minutes in, 50-minute endurance. We're talking about 24, 25 laps around that area. On lap number 11 at the moment. P1 Green P in the RCZ, the solo RCZ. Likewise, the Ferrari. He's doing a really good job. He must enjoy this track because it's a massive improvement to where he was, obviously, the past few races. So very well done to him. Nath in 7th, Chachillo in 8th. Yeah, yes. About 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. Guindon in 9th, Bazinga in 10th, P1 Dodgy in 11th, Broken Legacy in 12th. Up we go quickly because MLA, yeah, he's pulling away now from 2nd position and 3rd. So he's let's go on board with MLA quickly. Let's just see. He is in this Horse Dragon Ferrari. Why have you got your hazards on? What's going on there? You got a problem? Is there a problem inside that Ferrari? Is there a problem? Anyway, I'm gonna get a quick drink a moment. Let's get a quick drink and then my mouth's get a bit dry now. Ooh. Yeah. Is there any more buzzing for my headset? Is there any more buzzing? Can you tell me? If it's buzzing, can you let me know? Also, I'll have to sort it out after this race, ready for League 1. But MLA coming down to start finish straight in the Horse Dragon Ferrari. Visco in 2nd in the Porsche Cayman. Makrida in 3rd. We'll go through fast lap times as well in a minute. Charlie Boy in 4th. Rob Smith in 5th. So yeah, MLA went for the short stint on the on the mediums as he's dived into the pits. So he's done his minimum 3 laps. Where he comes out, I'm not quite sure. Where is he? So MLA in the pits. Macreeda now will take second. Obviously up to first now. So yeah, MLA's done that shorter stint. So he's looking for a quick second stint now. Whether he'll pit again, I'm not quite sure. He shouldn't, but we'll wait and see, because he's got his first position back now. So let's go down quickly. So Visco's done 206.385 in first. Macreeda 206.193 in second. Jardy boy, let's have a look at you quickly. You have done a 207.156 in third. Rob Smith a 206.907 in fourth. P1 Green P a 207.205 in fifth. Coming under attack from MLA now in sixth. MLA fastest lap of the race 205.311. Nave for 207.180 coming attack from Chichillo. We'll go back to that in a moment. 206.968 from Chichillo. Gwindon a 208.418 in ninth. Bazinga 209.314 in 10th. P1 Dodgy 208.875 in 11th position. Unfortunately, Blackie's in the pits. Retired the car, so out we go, because where was that battle happening? There was a battle in Chichillo and Nave battling it out for 7th and 8th. The McLaren, that's what I mean, the McLaren mid-engine seems to suit this track. It seems to grip a hell of a lot. Likewise in Merc as well, but for me the McLaren had he clips the wall again, you see, twice in a matter of moments, and look how much he's fallen back. That's what I'm saying, you hit the wall around this track, it'll affect you. And as you've seen then, on board with Nathan, looking back at Chichillo, prime example. The P1 Green P in fifth. Fourth is Rob Smith now. P1 Green P in fifth. These are going to battle out now. Let's go on board with MLA. No one's behind them, they're just coming off the bridge now. So MLA, Rob Smith, P1 Green P. MLA will get the double slipstream, but watch the braking towards the end of the lap, the first double right-handers. Did you miss anything? No. No, Martin, a bit late. What's going on with you? So yeah, Rob Smith, P1 Green P. MLA, that's what I mean, it'll sit, try not to bump draft, because that'll get watched. So Rob Smith, P1 Green P in sixth, MLA in fifth. He's looking, still with the hazard lights on. Still got a problem in there, mate. MLA looking around the outside of these double right-handers. Brakes a bit later than Rob. Rob will just sit in the slipstream now probably and save the fuel. P1 Green P likewise in sixth position. Jay Mamble was your teammate, obviously down for the count. Obviously he retired early. So Nathan seventh, Chichillo in eighth, Gwindon in ninth in the Audi TT. These two ain't too far apart from each other. Chichillo and Nave. Gwindon to Bazinga's. Yeah, there's quite a large gap now. Gwindon, just concentrate on catching 8th position if you can. Bazinga likewise catching 9th, and P1 Dodgeball is in the 11th position. Like I said, Blackie's retired the car early in the Lexus. Up we go quickly. Mr. Porsche Cayman still in first. Macreeda now in second. He'd be looking to put his foot down now. He's done a 206.193, 206.385. So Macreeda's a little bit, but look at there over the laps. Yeah, Macreeda's a little bit quicker than Bisco at this moment in time. Charlie Boy in third in the McLaren, doing a really good job in that car. I gotta say, you know. MLA coming to the top by Rob Smith in the Mercedes, so we'll keep an eye on that. Where's P1 Green Peas? There. Rob Smith in fifth, he's in the slipstream, so Rob's P1 Green Pea will fall back a bit from Rob Smith. But then we got Nath. Let's concentrate on MLA and Rob Smith. Rob Smith in the slipstream of MLA now. Will he get this move done? Why my phone keep going off? Apologies for that. So Rob Smith still in the slipstream. Seems to me like he's just backing off the accelerator slightly, just lifting off a little bit, just to conserve that fuel. Just go a bit longer with the fuel, you know. MLA, it seems to me, yeah, he's not full throttle. He's just backing off a little bit. But MLA in fourth, Rob Smith Braked a bit later, so that compromises entry into them double right-handers. MLA's got a little bit of an advantage over that. So up we go quickly. Visco Macreeda in second. You see Macreeda now coming down that hill off the bridge. Charlie Boy in third. MLA in fourth. Now Rob Smith in fifth. Yeah, so that gap is spaced out a little bit, not massively, but enough. Yeah, so P1 Green P in sixth, doing a grand job as well. I haven't forgot about you, don't worry about that. Nath and Chichillo. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but towards the rear of the field we got, 11th. P1 Dodgy's there. We got Bazinga, he's there, and Gwindon's a bit further ahead of Bazinga. So unfortunately, 9th, 10th, and 11th, a bit too far away. Chichillo is falling back a little bit now, but to me, he's on the racing mediums in 8th. Nath in 7th is pulling away now from Chichillo. His concentration will be on P1 Green P in 6th. So Rob Smith, he's 5th. MLA just coming down the hill now. Rob Smith is. MLA's there. Jardy Boy, yeah, he's I must admit, you know, over races, you know, you pick up certain drivers. For me, at the start of this season, this guy's Rob Smith. He's come on a hell of a lot. I know I keep saying it, but he has, you know, certain drivers. Like this evening, Jardy Boy in third. He's still in third, and he's doing a grand job as well. You know, P1 Green P in the RCZ, he's up there in 6th. You know, so certain tracks suit certain drivers, and driver ability of the car, especially the RCZ. You know, it's FF and it's front wheel drive. It is the most difficult FF to drive, I think, compared to the TT, because it spins up the front wheels a lot. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, I've raced that car for a season, so you know I know what that car is about. But yeah, just certain drivers in where they are on the grid at the moment, like he said, Jardy Boy in third. You know, Macreeda and Visco, they're 1 and 2 in the table at the minute, but the battle for the third and whatnot, you know, the season's not over yet. I know I'm speaking too early, but we've got drivers that like Bazinga, having an off night. You know, he's in 10th. He's normally up there as well. You know, Blackie, he's retired the car. Hope everything's okay. But Bazinga's normally up there as well. You know, so that's what I mean. Certain tracks, suit certain drivers. So that's what it boils down to. It's not driver ability of the car. It's a track. You know, I know I said about P1 Green P and the RCZ. The RCZ is a difficult car, but once you get the hang of it, the tyre wear, you know, once you control that and the fuel, you're on for a winner. Rob Smith in the Merc, like I said, look at him at autopilot at the start, right down the bottom. So yeah, race 5, not long to go this season at all. Break next week, like I said, because of Stewie Mac. TVT for him, in remembrance for him. Jardy Boy in third. Macreeda, yeah, while we just watch Macreeda for a minute, I'm just going to get a quick sip of my drink. Thanks for the toe. Yeah, so let's have a recap. So Visco obviously qualified pole, and he's still in first position. Obviously pit stops, they changed things, so yeah, he's still in first. Macreeda start the race, bit of a contact with someone hit into the rear of him, and that just dropped him down slightly. Jardy Boy, obviously he's been up there top 3, and he's doing a good job. MLA, you know, he's gained positions as well. Obviously Rob Smith, with that into the back of Macreeda, affected him slightly, but he's stuck with it and got his head down, and yeah, he's in 5th position. P1 Green P done a splendid job so far in that RCZ. Chichillo dropped down a bit in 7th position, but it's got the attention of Nathan, the other Mercedes, doing a good job as well. Gwindon, good job. Bazinga, just an off night for him, but still doing well. P1 Dodgy as well, he's in 11th, so you know, doing a good job with that. SimFX in red all over his car, and the Infinity decal sign as well, the hexagon one as well. So we've got Chichillo and Nath, 7th and 8th, coming towards each other now. So Nath is catching Chichillo in 7th. P1 Green P's too far ahead of Chichillo now, but then P1 Green P is slowly catching up to Rob Smith in 5th. MLA is now pulled at that gap to Rob Smith, so he's out of the slipstream now. He can concentrate on catching 3rd place, which is Jardy Boy, but he's doing a very good job. Macreda in 10th. Visco, yeah, is there. Macreda, let me have a look. Visco's just entering the tunnel now. Macreda is just coming into the tunnel, and then we got Jardy Boy, who is entering the tunnel now. So Macreda's in the pits now. Will Jardy Boy dive into the pits as well? He does. Visco stayed out again for that extra lap. MLA, would he dive in? He does. Oh, why are you ghosting? Why did you ghost then? That was odd. Penalty? No, that was odd. Let me go back and look at that. Why did he ghost? Ghosting. Yeah, ghosting. Odd, maybe it's a glitch of the game, I don't know. I don't know, darling, I don't know. But anyway, Visco in 1st position, yeah. Macreda and obviously Jardy Boy in the pits. MLA, maybe he's getting a sip of drink or whatever, just pause it for a minute, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but MLA is in 2nd now. We have got a load of cars in the pits. We've got P1 Dodge, Bazinga, Gwindon, what's he saying? Alright, yeah, so put some music on. Fair enough. Fair dues, yeah. Understandable, long track. You're probably getting bored and you want to bob your head up backs or forwards, you know. Dance to that music a little bit. Did you get up off your chair or your rig and start dancing around on start finish straight? Put a cup on the throttle. MLA is 2nd. Yeah, he's doing a good job. Visco, you know, he seems to like this track. Done a practice session with him only for like 5 minutes or so, but he was on it. Macreda in the pits. Hell yeah. Please tell me you're winding me up. Rob Smith and Gwindon, 5th and 6th. 35 minutes in. Not long to go now. So yeah, a few of them will do their final pit stops, and it's hammer time. As what's his name, Lewis Hamilton likes to say, it's hammer time, or his mechanic or whatever says to him, or his manager, it's hammer time, Lewis. So yes, Visco in 1st. I'm a Kimi fan really, so yeah, MLA in 2nd, Macreda 3rd. Macreda. Yeah. I think you're playing it. I think you are playing a game at the moment in time. I may be wrong, but MLA in 2nd. Visco, will he dive into the pits? He does. So MLA should now pit as well. Macreda is coming down the hill. He's on this long straight. So Visco in 1st. MLA still stays out. So Visco to Macreda. Where is he coming out? Macreda's just entering now. So, oh, Macreda's there. Visco's there. You can't see Macreda. Macreda, where you gone? Boy, it's MLA in 1st now. Visco in 2nd. And Macreda's just coming out of the tunnel now. This is yeah, MLA in 1st. We've got Gwindon in the pits in 7th. I'm not going to work it out anymore. I'm just going to concentrate on obviously the race, but MLA in the Horse Dragon Ferrari car in 1st at the minute. They got Mr. Porsche came in 2nd, dancing around on that start finish straight, you know, the long straight. Got up off his chair and, you know, started dancing around with the beer in his hand and whatnot. Macreda likewise, he stood up actually on his pedals, trying to get that Aston Martin a bit faster, and while Visco's just dancing around in there, you know, and the time of his life. But the Horse Dragon Ferrari there, he's on fire at the minute. Let my puns. Yeah, playing a game. But I'm not saying no more, Macreda, you know. I guess too much, mate, and it always goes wrong. So Johnny Boy in 4th, in McLaren obviously lost 3rd position, 2 pit stops. Rob Smith in 5th. Let's go down and have a look at the other races a minute. There is other races on track, Darren, so don't just focus on a certain few. P1 Green P in 6th. Nave in 7th. Chachillo and Nave battling out. Let's go, boys. Let's go. So yeah, 7th and 8th, 7th and 8th. No one behind Chachillo, so his focus will be on Nave in the Mercedes. P1 Dodgy is way too far back. Not too far back, but he is a bit far back. Chachillo is in the McLaren with his teammate up in 4th. So MLA's in the pits now. Will Chachillo dive down the left? He does. Does he make that move stick? Still around the left, still around the left. Bit of contact there, bit of door rubbing. Oh, into the barrier. So Chachillo, he's got the overspeed there going up the hill. So we've got Nath. He brakes but goes a little bit too wide, but then Chachillo looks down there. Nath it seems to be, let's go on board with that again, sorry. On board with that again, because for me Chachillo couldn't get the car corrected fast enough, so he's turning the wheel, turning the wheel, turning the wheel, turning the wheel, still turning that wheel, still turning that wheel. The car wouldn't turn for him, so that he hit into Nath there. So up we go, because we've got Visco, MLA, Macreeda, Jardy Boy, Rob Smith, P1 Green P, Nath, Chachillo, P1 Dodgy, Gwindon, Bazinga now in 11th, last position at the minute. I know Black is in the pits, it says 12th, but he retired early on in the race. So MLA, Visco, Macreeda, MLA. Now for Macreeda, will it be hammer time for him? Put that foot down and just gain up to Visco in 1st, but he's a bit too far ahead. Oh, he's not really. No, he's not, because you see, because Macreeda is coming around now this right hander. Now he can see, as we drop down this hill, the left hander, you'll see the Porsche Cayman just up ahead there. So yeah, Macreeda has gained quite a bit onto the back of 1st position. So keep an eye on this. We haven't got long to go because MLA is in 3rd. He was in 9th if you remember at the start of the race. Charlie Boy doing a grand job in the McLaren. Rob Smith likewise in the Mercedes. P1 Green B, good job in that RTZ. Nave, Mercedes, Chachillo, obviously with that bit of contact with Nave going up that hill on the bridge, so that's affected him for the time being. Gwindon in 9th in the TT. He's running his own race and he's doing a good job, you know. 10th Bazinga, P1 Dodgy in 11th. So up we go quickly because I'm fascinated by. So I want to keep an eye on Macreeda, because Macreeda for me is gaining massively onto the back. Yeah, there you go. So Macreeda's coming down the hill off the bridge, and you can see MLA in the background there with Jardy Boy in 4th. So out we go, because Visco, Macreeda, MLA to Jardy Boy. So I feel in a lap or two maybe these two will come together, MLA and Jardy Boy, and I think I'm not sure, but I think these may. But 100% these two. Rob Smith, unfortunately, is a bit too far away, but he has got P1 Green P lurking in the background in 6th position. Nath in 7th. Chachillo, like I said, he's fallen back. Gwindon, Bazinga, P1 Dodgy. So yeah, up we go because Macreeda's there. Visco's just going around the double right-handers now. Yeah, keep on board with Visco for the time being, and just you can sort of work out the gaps. I know there's no time in there, but you can work it out. So on board with Macreeda, yeah, he has closed again, 100% he has closed. But likewise, MLA in the background in 3rd, he has closed a little bit as well. So he is pulling away from Jardy Boy in 4th at the time being. So MLA's looking now for a fast ending to this race. Likewise Macreeda as well, because on board with Visco, and can you see the headlights of Macreeda coming around? Let's just stay on board with Visco for the time being. He just drops down the gear there. Let's get a bit more speed out of that Porsche Cayman. Where's Macreeda? Can we see him yet? We can't see him yet. On board with Macreeda. He's coming around this section now. Can you see MLA in the background? No, MLA to Jardy Boy. Jardy Boy's there. So up we go because we've got Macreeda going up the hill now. Visco has gone board with you. There's Macreeda's headlights there. He's coming up the bridge now. So Visco, for me, he's floored it halfway through that lap. He's pulled out a little bit, but yeah, he's pulled out a little bit, but then yeah, not a lot, but enough for the time being. But MLA to Jardy Boy. Jardy Boy, did MLA hit the wall there? Did he hit the wall? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, no. No, he didn't. No. I thought he hit the wall there. So Visco to Macreeda. So for me, halfway through that lap, Visco just put his foot down because he dropped a gear. MLA to Jardy Boy. That gap is closing a little bit. So Rob Smith is coming down now. P1 Green P likewise. Nath to Chillo. Gwindon. P1 Dodgy. Bazinga and Balaki. Do you know what I really want to do? League 3 and League 1 a live race. I really want to do a live race, but obviously I can't because I'm in League 2. To get the experience, you know. Macreeda in second. Oh, did you take too much of that right-hander there? Did that give you a penalty? Or did it not? Because you seem to go. He's the right hand as a second part. So you're there, you're cutting there. Did you get away with that? Yeah, I know you're still on the curb, but that looks a bit too far in for me. Maybe you got away with it. Maybe you got away. So MLA in third now. He's still got the barrels of water on the track there. Jardy Boy in fourth. Rob Smith in fifth. P1 Green P in sixth. Nath in seventh. He's got gap 2 to Chillo now. He's coming down towards the right-handers now. Gwindon in ninth. P1 Dodgy. Obviously Gwindon ninth. P1 Dodgy's teammate Bazinga now back down to 11th position. But I'll be go quickly because we haven't got long to go at all. Because Visco now is yeah, Macreeda, he's there. Visco's there. I haven't missed anything, have I, from Macreeda? No, I have not. But MLA in third. Jardy Boy in fourth. He's falling back slightly now, which is unfortunate to MLA. So Macreeda, Visco. Let's just look at Macreeda's point of view. You can't see MLA behind, but can you see Visco? No, he's pulled that gap out slightly. Yeah, you can't even see him now, can you? Yeah, you can see him slightly. So yeah, Visco's pulled out that gap a bit. You can't see MLA either. So Martin now is coming down the hill now onto this long straight. Yeah, MLA third. You know what I'm trying to do? The reason why I'm not speaking so loud is because I'm trying to work things out. Chillo, too far back from Nave. Yeah, obviously Blackie's in the pits, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so let's go Macreeda, yeah, 100%. Again, he's gained a little bit onto Visco in first position. MLA, can you see Macreeda up ahead? A little bit, but not enough. Because MLA now is coming out the tunnel. We've got Jardy Boy, a bit too far back now for MLA. So the battle for me now with a few laps to go is between. As long as no one does an error, you know, that's the main thing. MLA still got a chance to get onto the back of Macreeda. As long as these two don't do an error, they're fine. But any of the top two do an error, MLA will jump. Visco, not long to go now. Likewise, Macreeda. Yeah, fascinating. Back we go because we've got Jardy Boy in fourth. Rob Smith gaining onto the back of Jardy Boy now in fourth. So Rob Smith is in fifth position. P1 Green P in sixth. Nathan seventh. Chillo in eighth. We go to fastest lap in the moment, and I think that's still. Who's done the fastest lap at the minute? Let's just double check that for the time being. MLA still 2:05.311. So Macreeda. in second. Have I missed something there? No, you seem to be falling back. Visco in first, Macreeda. But then no, you're not. This game's funny, you know, because you look at the viewings on the gap wise on between the cars, and it looks like Macreeda's lost a bit. But to me, he's yeah, he's gained massively actually. He's gained quite a bit. Wow. So let's just recap. Visco, Macreeda, MLA, Jardy Boy pulling away from Rob Smith now in 5th. P1 Green P in 6th, doing a grand job. Nath is coming up behind P1 Green P in 7th. Chachillo has fallen back now from Nath in 8th. Chachillo's in 8th. Gwindon in 9th. P1 Dodgy and Bazinga. Anyone that's watching, there was a post put on earlier from James Harbour, and obviously he runs the Infinity Series alongside Dave Robertson. They're looking for a driver for the Ferrari for League 3 as a replacement for the final 3 rounds of this series. Anyone that's interested, you haven't been a part of the Infinity Series, or you have been but you was at the lower end, like the lower leagues, like League 3 or 4, just give James a message, and I'm sure he'll sort you out. There is a spot available. I'm not sure if there is in the RTZ, but you know, you could ask. There's only one of them at the moment in time. So Seamus, obviously he's missing as well, but he's teammates with Blackie anyway. So yeah, anyone looking for a drive for the final 3 rounds, you like to look at this league and the racing in this league, just message James Harbour. If you're with the MRC, give him a message, or message me and I can pass on the details to him through my YouTube channel. So yeah, there's a spot available, like I said, in this horse Dragon Ferrari car. Up we go quickly. We've got Visco in 1st, Macreeda in 2nd, MLA in 3rd, Jardy Boy in 4th. Not long to go now. P1 Green P, Nath in 7th, Chachillo. Yeah, it's all staying in the same. The focus now is on Visco, Macreeda. Oi. Yeah, them squirrel of them tyres then. There's MLA. MLA coming down? No, he's not. So Visco in 1st still. MLA's just coming down now. You've seen the headlights. So it's on between these two. 1st and 2nd in the championship. 1st and 2nd in the race. Let's see what happens. Not long to go, because I just checked my messages quickly. Macreeda 100% is gaining rapidly behind Visco in 1st position. So let's go on board with Macreeda. Let's just see from Macreeda's point of view. So heading down the final lap now as it flashes up. So the final lap of this race. These double right-handers coming up right now. Double right-handers. Visco's in 1st still. We'll go on board with Visco in a minute. MLA in 3rd. So no one's behind. So Macreeda now obviously first ones to finish is Jardy Boy. Sorry I missed that. Rob Smith in 5th. So yeah, good racing Jardy Boy and Rob Smith, you know, and P1 Green P. So 4th for Jardy Boy, 5th for Rob Smith, 6th for P1 Green P. Nath is in 7th, Chachillo in 8th. Gwindon coming down now in 9th. But let me just quickly go back up. So we've got Visco in 1st. We've got Macreeda in 2nd. Let's go to Gwindon. Gwindon in 9th. Good job from you as well. So he's finished in 9th position in the Audi TT. P1 Dodgy is coming into the tunnel now. Let me just go back up quickly because we've got Visco and Macreeda. What happened there? Have you slowed? No, he hasn't slowed. So back up we go, 1, 2, 3. So back down we go, because we've got obviously P1 Dodgy in 10th. Done a good job there in 10th. Got in front of Bazinga. Bazinga in 11th. Maybe not next week after, you'll you know, be up there again. Obviously the track didn't suit you. Visco in 10th, Macreeda in 2nd, MLA in 3rd. So Macreeda, I'm board with Macreeda. Let's just focus on this for a minute, because I see on board with Visco. Yeah, he's pulled out again. Yeah, maybe Makrida's out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's just Visco just pulled it out. 5. So Visco obviously pole position for this race. Led it majority of the race. Obviously pit stops, change position and whatnot. But it looks like he's heading for that win, unless he doesn't run out of fuel. Makrida obviously start the race. We've seen what happened. For me, that sort of cost him, but racing incidents do happen. So MLA in 3rd, done a good job as well, was 9th, but give the man his, he's earned the win, and he's earned his 1st place, and he's wiggling, he's dancing along in that car along the start finish straight, and he wins this race. Very well done to you, Martin. Good job to get back up there in 2nd position. MLA in 3rd position. That was obviously race 5 of the Infinity Series. I'll be back not next week, the week after, for League 3. Be sure to check that out. Obviously I'll be in ESR Idle 4, Idle 4 Gaming. Be sure to obviously subscribe, like, comment, but there is a drive available, so be sure to sign up for that. So I will see you not next week, the week after. Look out for League 1, that'll be happening shortly. Obviously you all take care. Well done Bisco, Makrida, MLA, the podium. There, you all obviously take it easy. Take care. Probably see you around. Obviously I'll see Martin on Friday. But apart from that, all have a nice day. Be safe out there. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Well done Bisco again, Makrida, MLA. SimFX Infinity Series, sponsored by Infinity Decals and Excan Engine Bay Details as well. Round 6, like I said, not next week, the week after. Take care all. Thank you very much. Bye bye.